Imagine waking up one morning and realizing Earth is not the normal one. It's the lucky one. The quiet one. The miracle in a universe built on horror. Tonight, we venture far beyond comfort. Into the planets humanity was never meant to visit. Into worlds that break the rules of physics, crush the living, and twist nature into something unrecognizable. Worlds so real, so scientifically confirmed, that fear becomes education. Our journey begins on a silent frontier, the exoplanet catalog, thousands of alien worlds found, each more unbelievable than the last. Astronomers dreamed of Earth-like twins. What they found instead were cosmic nightmares. Close your eyes and step onto our first stop, K2141b. A world that looks like an experiment that escaped from hell. A planet so close to its star that the rock itself melts, forming a global ocean of lava. Winds tear molten stone from the liquid surface and hurl it into the air. Volcanoes are not local events here, the entire world is one enormous volcano. If you could stand on the day side, which you couldn't, you'd watch mountains dissolve like ice in water. Imagine the horizon glowing red like the inside of a furnace and the sound of waves crashing. Not water, but boiling rock. The night side is never illuminated. Lava falls as rain. Lightning erupts through clouds of vaporized metal. The planet is locked between fire and eternal darkness for eternity. But that's not the worst part. On this world, there is no escape. If somehow you built a shield and walked, you would eventually reach the magnetic boundary, a place where the temperature difference is so extreme that matter tears apart. It is a world that forbids survival by design. Now leap through the void to HD 189733b. Beautiful. Sapphire blue. Like a peaceful world from science fiction. Until you read the science. Winds faster than Mach 7 tear across the planet. The atmosphere is filled with particles of glass, condensing, crystallizing, launching into sideways storms. Imagine a hurricane made of knives. No shelter could ever exist here. Any spacecraft entering the atmosphere would be shredded into dust in seconds. The planet glows blue, but it's not calming. It's the blue of an endless cosmic blade. Our next stop is WASP-12b, the planet learning what it feels like to be prey. Its star drags material from the planet with gravity so intense it stretches the world into an oval shape. Every second thousands of tons of atmosphere are ripped away, glowing like a trail of blood across the void. Astronomers can predict its future with chilling certainty. No rescue, no recovery, no hope. WASP-12b will be eaten completely. A planet dying in real time, one of the slowest, most violent executions in the universe. But the universe also holds survivors. Kepler-70b is one of them, and that may be the scariest thing about it. Long ago, its star swelled into a red giant, a cosmic explosion that destroys everything nearby. Every planet in such a system dies. All of them, except this one. Kepler-70b survived inside the blazing star. It was cooked, stripped, hammered by nuclear fire. But it endured. Now it orbits the exposed stellar core at incredible speed, 1 year every 5.6 hours. The temperature reaches more than 7,000 degrees Celsius. Whole mountains would vaporize in seconds. Whatever this planet used to be, whatever it once looked like, is gone. All that remains is a compressed ember that refuses to die. Gliese 436b twists science into a paradox. Imagine stepping onto a world where ice burns. Water here is frozen by pressure, not by temperature, pressure so strong it forces water molecules into solid form. But the temperature is hotter than an oven, over 600 degrees Celsius. Ice on fire. Fire that does not melt ice. A world where physics does not behave like physics should. The surface is silent, calm, motionless, yet burning. It feels like the universe is showing off its ability to disturb us. Our next destination looks like heaven but is closer to torture than paradise, 55 Cancri E. It is a diamond planet. Carbon churned into diamond under unimaginable pressure. But this is not jewelry. This is geological brutality. Temperatures of 2,700 degrees Celsius rip through an atmosphere of carbon monoxide and hydrogen cyanide. Volcanoes erupt with diamond fragments like shrapnel. The ground is a maze of razor-edged crystal. If this was a treasure world, nothing alive would ever live long enough to claim it. Next, the darkness. DRES-2b, a giant that reflects almost no light. It is one of the darkest objects ever found. You could shine a stadium's worth of lights at the surface and it would swallow the brightness whole. Astronomers stare at it and see almost nothing. Gas giants should glow. They should shimmer. They should reflect. This one refuses. It is almost perfectly black. No one knows why. Maybe its atmosphere absorbs light. Maybe there's something beneath the clouds that consumes energy. Maybe it's a physical process. Or something no one has imagined yet. The universe hides secrets there, but secrets that don't want to be seen. Before fear settles, we move on, because the next planet is not just dangerous. It is alone. PSO J318.5-22, the rogue planet with no star. No sunrise. No orbit. No warmth. It drifts endlessly through interstellar space, a lost world. The only light comes from lightning storms that rage for centuries across pitch-black clouds, lighting the darkness only to reveal more darkness. The surface may never know calm. It is a planet that cannot die because it has nothing left to lose. Some threats come from planets. Others come from what orbits above them. WR104b sits near a star that could unleash a gamma-ray burst capable of sterilizing planets, a cosmic execution ray. Within its reach, life has no chance. An entire biosphere could be erased without leaving fossils, ashes, or memories. If Earth were aligned perfectly when such a beam fired, there would be no humans left to describe the event. Then there are the super-Earths, planets bigger than our own, with gravity so strong every movement is agony. Bones snap. Blood pools. Breathing collapses lungs. If life evolved there, it didn't evolve to be gentle. It evolved to endure pain as a normal sensation. What would creatures from such a planet look like, beings built for pressure, heat, force? What would they think of us, a species adapted to a world too soft to forge them? But the biggest question of the night is this. What if somewhere out there is a world where life didn't just survive horror, life became horror? A world of permanent night where evolution shaped creatures that need no light. A world of crushing gravity where evolution rewarded strength beyond comprehension. A world of toxic air where lungs evolved to breathe death. A world of endless storms where sound replaces vision. A world where survival means becoming the nightmare. If such a species saw Earth, would they see beauty? Or weakness? The deeper we explore, the more obvious the truth becomes. We live in a universe that is not built for life. Yet somehow, life happened anyway. We live on a world that doesn't boil, doesn't freeze, doesn't tear itself apart with storms of glass or fire. Our star warms us but doesn't devour us. Our atmosphere shields us instead of killing us. Our gravity lets us walk instead of crushing us. Our oceans nourish instead of melt. We are not normal. We are not standard. We are impossibly rare. Earth is calm because the universe is chaos. Earth is safe because everywhere else is violence. Earth is alive because almost everything else is dead. We fear those terrifying planets for one reason: they remind us we won the cosmic lottery, and the jackpot can be taken away. Somewhere out there, stars are dying. Worlds are melting. Atmospheres are screaming. Planets are being torn apart. Gravity is crushing everything that dares exist. Lightning is carving scars across worlds that no eye will ever see. And through that endless nightmare, a tiny blue world floats in silent peace. The most terrifying planets in the universe don't just teach us fear. They teach us gratitude. Because for all the lava, storms, diamonds, fire, darkness, pressure and extinction out there. And now, as our journey through the universe slowly comes to an end, we stand here, in the quiet safety of Earth, staring back at everything we've seen. Worlds that burn, worlds that freeze, worlds that scream, crush, shatter, and drown. Worlds that should not exist. And yet they do. Planets where a single breath turns into torture. Planets where even light cannot escape. Planets where survival is not just unlikely, it is forbidden. After witnessing places like these, it becomes impossible not to ask the question: why us? Why here? Why Earth? Because when you zoom out far enough, you realize something terrifying. The normal one is the rare one. The peaceful one is the miracle. The planet meant for life is the exception, not the rule. Across the universe, planets are not gentle. They do not care. They do not forgive. They do not welcome anything soft, anything fragile, anything living. And Earth, somehow, became the world where life didn't just survive. It flourished. A thin atmosphere protects us instead of poisoning us. A star warms us instead of vaporizing us. Gravity allows us to stand instead of crushing us. Water nourishes us instead of burning us. Night follows day instead of locking one side in fire and the other in eternal death. The deeper we look into the universe, the more we understand that Earth is not just a planet. It is an anomaly. Maybe life is not weak. Maybe life is powerful, powerful enough to defy the universe's cruelty. Powerful enough to exist where the odds are almost zero. And here is the greatest mystery of all. Maybe if life could happen here, it could happen somewhere else. Not everywhere. Not even many places. But somewhere. Somewhere, on a world we haven't found yet. Maybe life is clinging to existence under an ocean of ice. Maybe it hides beneath clouds scarred with lightning. Maybe it evolved without sunlight, without warmth, without peace. Maybe it became something stronger, something beyond fear.